And CNN senior political commentator David Axelrod. David, your immediate reaction to this news, Chris Christie dropping out of the race. There are Democrats who thought that Christie could have been a real challenge for the Democratic nominee, presumably Hillary Clinton. I'll go, maybe we should stop making that presumption.
My first reaction, Jake, is how the heck are we going to get up an undercard debate now with all these candidates dropping out? It's a big loss to the political process. But look, I think Chris Christie is a very formidable guy. You're quite right that his in this Republican Party, his record as the governor of a eastern state, northeastern state, with who has committed the sin of cooperating with Democrats was probably at the end of the day going to nail him. And that's the issues. Those were the issues that were used against him in attack ads that Marco Rubio ran in January when Christie was starting to get some thrust in New Hampshire. So those issues were very, very tough on him. I do believe the bridge thing knocked him back to the point where he really had to try and rehabilitate himself in New Hampshire. And just as he was getting that, getting some velocity, that's when Rubio came and clocked him. And now Rubio, out the door, Christie has gotten his revenge, I think, a little bit. He has really hurt Rubio going into this next round of primaries.
Yeah, he brought a shiv to that debate on Saturday night. But David, let me turn to that new slew of political ads. As a former ad guru, messaging maven, I'm interested in hearing what you think of some of these new ads running in South Carolina. First, let's look at the new Donald Trump ad attacking Ted Cruz.
What kind of man talks from both sides of his mouth on amnesty for illegals on national television and still denies it? Ted Cruz, the worst kind of Washington insider who just can't be trusted.
Until this point, Trump's ads have mostly recycled video from his own stump speeches. This is a very, very tough ad. What do you think of it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a classic ad. You know, it's funny, Donald Trump says he's not a politician, but this is a classic negative ad. And the information that's contained within it is information that tested very well against Ted Cruz in Iowa. And so, I suspect that it'll have some impact in South Carolina as well. And obviously, branding him as a Washington politician, it doesn't help Cruz at all. I think this is an effective ad. It's not very elegant, but I think it's effective.
I don't know that elegance plays in South Carolina, really, but I guess we'll see what the voters think. Cruz is counterpunching with a web ad showing children playing with a Donald Trump doll. Take a look.
Check out my house, Mr. Trump. That's a lousy house. I'm gonna take your house with eminent domain and park my limos there. Eminent domain!
Now, no one I know doesn't like looking at kids playing, but one South Carolina voter that tweeted to me that he thinks this ad is hard to understand and too silly to be effective in the Palmetto State. What do you think?
Or any state. I quite agree with that. Look, I think this ad was intended for political insiders and reporters to chew on in response to the Trump ad. It was a way of saying we're not going to sit back and take this. But I don't think it's very effective. It's not well documented. It's unclear. Sometimes in this business, people who produce these things, and I've been guilty of it when I was in this business, fall in love with their own creative, and when the straight ahead approach is a lot more effective.
Yeah, sometimes you get too cute for your own good. David Axelrod, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Right. Okay, Jake, good to see you.